when we were looking for a new house, we saw this one, and I came into this garage, and it is insulated. It's towards the back of the property. It's a pretty good size two-car garage. And I was in a much smaller garage at my other house, so I was like, this is it.
And just, Joey, get a look around, but the smell of oak is amazing.
It permeates, yes.
It's just awesome.
Let me get this guy in here. Come on, Una. You go out. You go out.
Yeah, that's amazing. So show us around the shop.
Yeah. The main thing, I think, in most wood shops would be the table saw.
Sure.
This has a sliding table, so I can cut, wide stuff, plywood, panel stuff, tops, and I kind of use
this. This is a jig that you made here.
Yeah, there's a jig.
Yep.
I use it as a cutoff saw, so I don't have a chop saw. A lot of people would have a chop saw along one wall.
Sure.
With a table either side, so they could cut stuff to length. I do it mostly here.
Okay.
It's just sort of the way I've come to work.
Sure. And you don't have pieces that are too long.
Yeah, well, I've got it set up this way. I've got a certain amount of distance that way.
Yep.
Sometimes I have to open those cupboards to get all the way through. Or everything is actually on wheels, and I can turn it. I don't do a lot of work with plywood. I do a little bit. I don't have to usually have long stuff. I don't always. Sometimes I do big stuff. I shouldn't say that. So I've had to turn this and able to run something that might be 10 feet long.
Yeah, if you've got to break down a big piece of plywood, maybe you have to ship it.
Yeah, depending on. Yeah, sometimes you can't get away with just cutting it in half and then being able to handle it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get 8 feet back here.
Right. And one person to handle a big piece of plywood too.
Yeah.
So, table saw is the heart of the shop, any shop.
And then the outfeed table is sort of my assembly work spot. So, when I'm not cutting something, I might be here assembling it.
Yeah.
Put down a piece of carpet and sand on it. So that's kind of where I do a lot of work.
Yeah.
I've got a big 2-drum sander.
Yeah, that's a big sander. Where did you get that? This looks like an
industrial machine, yeah. I can do 36 wide on that.
That's amazing.
So that's to flatten, say, glue-ups, tops.
Yeah.
A lot of material, you can't just plane it because the grain direction, you'll get tear out, so you have to sand it.
So you've got the small.
I've got the planer, which is great when I can use it, but I can't always, so I got to go to the sander.
Yeah, this looks like it came out of a
It's a big machine, but I couldn't do without it.
Yeah.
If I do a glue up of a top for a table, a couple pieces for a tabletop, they're all uneven.
Sure.
You can try to hand sand, you're never going to get it flat. So
yeah.
That's the baby for that.
And you've got your
dust collection.
So
I'm hooking up hoses depending on what I'm working on.
Sure.
Again, everything's on wheels, so I'm sliding things in and out as I need them. I've got a hollow chisel mortiser over here that I use.
That's a big industrial piece
too.
Yeah,
it's tucked in the corner. I don't use it daily.
Yeah.
But I'll pull it out to mortise square holes. That Macintosh piece we looked at, where those pieces come through.
Yeah.
That's using that with a 3/4 inch bit in it to square up those